You got questions, I got answers. Welcome to 5 Minute Friday. I'm your host, Dimitri Giancoulis, and today we're tackling one of the biggest questions in 3 different ways. Okay, today's question says, I'm discouraged and not been seeing results. What do I do if I do not want to get weighed in? Now, this is a very important factor we should talk about today because it's the monkey in the room and it's something that a lot of people detour from, hide from, and simply do not want to face. So if you're not seeing results and you don't want to get a weigh-in, I'm going to break this answer for you in 3 different ways. Number 1, evaluate your objective or your results on paper. Okay? What I mean by that is determine if you're actually following a program. Are you following a program when you go to the gym? Are you on a specific regimen? Are you doing weight training first and cardiovascular training? Are you doing a HIIT? Are you doing hypertrophy? There's so many different fitness principles that you can follow with your program, and if not, you're going into the gym, you're being reactive, or you're going downstairs to your basement or wherever you're working out, and your exercise session or routine is reactive with no specific goal for an outcome, okay? You also want to see if there's anything you can view in terms of patterns. Can you see anything that's happening on a regular basis? Can you look at your workouts and notice that after a month of training, you've done 45 minutes of weight training and only 10 minutes of cardio, and at the end of the month, you've noticed you've bulked up a bit and you've put on 4 or 5 pounds of muscle you didn't want to? Are you noticing that over the weekends after heavy eating or some entertaining evenings, you're noticing that you're putting on 2 to 3 pounds? And if you go over 4 weekends, 2 to 3 pounds can add up to 10 pounds in a month. You also want to see if you're being consistent with your behavior goals. Okay, we don't want to set outcome goals. So if you want to lose 10 pounds and you're giving yourself a goal of 60 days, you want to look at behavioral goals such as, am I training 3 times a week? Am I doing food prep twice a week? Am I doing a little bit additional cardiovascular training or doing it in between my workouts? If you can notice these patterns on paper, right? Forget about looking at the scale or doing your body fat percentage, but if you can notice this on paper, it'll help you carve out the proper direction of what you need to do to get better results. Number 2, focus on strength, focus on clothing changes, and focus on your food behavior changes. Now, what I mean by that is this. Instead of looking at how much weight you've lost, how much body fat percentage you've lost, which may detour you from your goal or may make you more frustrated because you haven't seen any changes, try to do a physical strength test. So at the beginning of the month and then the 15th of the month, perform some form of physical strength test. The best ones to do are the most basic. You got your push-up strength test, you got your pull-up strength test, you got your plank, you got your wall sit. You can do certain things such as holding onto a bar and seeing how long you can hold on to. You can go onto a treadmill or any form of cardiovascular equipment and you can try to do max testing. So in 10 minutes, you're gonna run at a certain speed and see how many kilometers you can accomplish. So finding different ways to measure your progress is important because if you can see changes in your push-ups and your wall sit or your plank, it'll keep you motivated instead of thinking, my body comp didn't change, I'm gonna quit. Next, try clothing testing. Now, what I mean by that for all you ladies, I know you have that black little skinny dress in the closet. And gentlemen, I know you got a pair of jeans that maybe not fitting you, but instead of saying, I'm not gonna step on the scale and I'm not gonna get an in-body fat analysis assessment and I don't want someone to measure my waist, fine. If you're gonna remove those variables, you need something else to test on. So put on those jeans that don't fit. Grab that outfit, put it on and see, is it fitting a little bit more snug? Is it hard to get in? That way you can gauge and see if your training is actually working if you do not want to do a body comp, okay? And then also try to set specific cheat meal goals or food specific goals. Because if you're not wanting to get a body comp because you're discouraged and you're not wanting to get measured, then you gotta find something that you can gauge on. So if you're looking at setting up cheat meals to help you out, set them up for the week in advance or for the month. So if you want to go to a restaurant, pick 4 different restaurants that you want to go to on Saturday midday, instead of doing them in the evening where you might overeat and put heavier calories in the later part of the day. Or if you like ice cream or if you like chips, I love dill pickle chips. You give me dill pickle chips and I'll hit a bag anytime. However, if I'm looking at adding them into my nutritional program, And you can add chips into your program if you were to put them, let's say, for lunchtime. Put them for lunchtime or some Doritos with your salad and chicken breast, substituting your rice or your whole grain carbohydrate, okay? And number 3, do you have anyone to keep you accountable? Now, if you're not gonna do a body comp, you're not gonna do girth measurements, you're not gonna do an in-body assessment, you're not gonna do a blood pressure test, you don't wanna get blood testing done, how the heck are you gonna monitor or gauge your progress? It's not gonna happen, ladies and gentlemen. So one thing you wanna do is, instead of trying to focus on quitting your workouts or cheating on the workouts, are you meeting up with someone? Do you have someone to keep you accountable? So nominate someone in your family, nominate someone in your one of your best friends. Ask someone to keep you accountable. Have someone you can check into on Friday and say, hey, I'm just checking in. I feel really bad this weekend. I only did 2 workouts because of whatever. Next week, set a time in your phone where you gotta call them. It could be your best friend. Hey, Tony, how are you? It's Friday, it's 5 o'clock. I promised you I'd call you. I'm just letting you know I had a great weekend. I had 5 workouts. If it's gotta be done on social media or you wanna do it on camera, whichever way, find someone, someplace, something to keep yourself accountable. Hire a coach. Give us a call if you need any help. We're more than happy to help out. And also, get healthy with technology, okay? Now, I use a MyZone heart rate monitor, okay? I use different forms of technology to keep track of my workouts. And if you're not using, if you have an iWatch, or if you have a heart rate monitor, or if you have some kind of Peloton, whatever it is you're using, keep track of your workouts. Because what's really cool is, especially with the MyZone heart rate monitor, is if you don't want to look at your body comp and you're stressed out, and I get you, I hear you, fitness is challenging. It's not something that you can just, go to the gym, focus on a program, eat this diet, get these results. There's a lot involved. There's emotional challenges, there's physical challenges, there's social challenges in terms of getting you off your program. If you're wearing a heart rate monitor or some form of technology, it's gonna track your calories. It's gonna track your energy output. It's gonna track the different time in the zones that you are at. So if you look back at those readings or calculations, you can say, wow, you know what? I didn't really lose any weight this month, but I'm looking at my workouts, and for the last 3 weeks, I'm only burning 400 calories in a workout, when in last month, I was burning 650. So that 250 calories of excess calories is not there. And if you look at your calendar, you know what? I had 4 or 5 really, really bad cheat meals or food nights or, entertaining nights. So that's why I'm off. Remember, if you're afraid to do a body comp and you're afraid to do an assessment, you're basically telling yourself you don't want to look at the report card, okay? And if you don't have a report card to look at, if you don't have someone to keep you accountable, the journey to your goal becomes so blurry and you can't really see across that street. And when you take your eye off your target, there's no goal. I hope you enjoyed these amazing tips on our 5-Minute Friday episode. If you feel these tips were helpful, please share them with any friends or family that you think you can help. Send them to a coworker, send them to your mama, send them to your papa, whoever you think these can help. Because you never know, a little bit of motivation goes a long way. As you can see behind us, it says attitude is everything. That's our tagline. And most importantly, happiness is a decision. Make that choice today. Take care, guys, and have an amazing Friday.